Hey, what's up? Thanks for checking out this video. I am bringing you another leg sleeve. I know the last video was a leg sleeve, but this one is also a leg sleeve. This one's a little bit different than the one we did last time. The other one was, of course, kind of more realistic, which is predominantly the style that I do. This one is a Japanese leg sleeve, still black and gray, but it's a Japanese leg sleeve. This is a little bit more of a like traditional style. I know sometimes people can say, you know, Japanese and, you know, they think it's all the same, but there's actually differences depending on the location by that. Like the Europeans do it a little bit different. Americans back in like the 60s and 70s, we kind of had our own look to it too. And then of course the progression of the style from, you know, back in the day to where we're at now. If I had to put this one in a category, I would say it's along the lines more of a like a traditional Japanese. So this project took a little bit longer to get done. I would say to get this whole leg finished, duration time is probably somewhere around, I want to say a little over a year, I think. Maybe about 13 to 15 months from the beginning to completion. We did have a little break. My client, he does construction, so having a healing leg sleeve in the summer and working, he said it was getting difficult, so we went ahead and we pressed pause. I didn't have any time to squeeze them in the fall. I was booked out, so I got them in the winter time, and then we kind of resumed our program as scheduled, which was normally he was coming in about every 2 weeks to get it done. This was also a little bit different in the sense that we didn't do full day sessions. You know, this is a leg, something that normally I could get done somewhere around like 8 to 10 full day sessions to complete it. We kind of took the route of doing half days for this just because my client, he wasn't 100% sure if he was going to be able to sit there all day and get tattooed, which he was. I will give him more credit than he probably thinks on his pain scale. He did really well. But we started off on half days, and we did that for a while. And then once we got towards the end, he was really trying to have this leg healed up before the spring, summer construction work started. So he started coming in for, if not full days, like pretty close to full days, pretty much full days, and he did just fine. So total sessions involved on this leg, I don't know. We did half days instead of full days. I don't know, shoot, I couldn't tell you. 15 sessions, maybe? You know, I don't know, I stopped keeping track, so when I made the video, I didn't label how I normally kind of do, you know, session 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't do that this time because I just totally lost count. Another note that I wanted to point out, from the start of this video, we're a little bit more around the halfway mark on this leg, and that's because when I started this tattoo, I wasn't even making the YouTube videos yet. So I started doing it, wasn't making videos. We took a break in the summer. I think I started it in the, you know, in the spring of what, 2024? I think spring of 2024 or winter of 2024. We took a break all the way until December. And during that time was when I started doing the YouTube videos. So when he started to show back up again, we were just kind of picking up from where we left off. So some of it is already kind of started. So unfortunately, we don't have any footage from like the beginning when the leg was just bare and all that. But I'm really happy with the way it came out. I had a good time tattooing my client. He sat really well. I had fun doing this style of tattoo because it's a little bit different than kind of what I'm normally doing all the time. So it was kind of nice to, you know, still do something still kind of black and gray, but it's just like really classic, you know, the Japanese dragon leg sleeve. It's just, It's a classic tattoo. It's a strong, powerful tattoo at that. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the video. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe, comment, share with all your friends. Yeah. Well, this looks like this is healing up nice, huh?
Yeah.
Dude, that's great. I'm excited. Let me wipe that off you. Yeah, so it looks like it's still like in that final stage of healing, you know? I call that like the white film stage because like you'll look at it under like certain lights and it'll look kind of shiny.
Yeah. It's like darker some spots.
Which means the next one's gonna be this way. I started a new series here, Skeleton Crew. It's the Star Wars Skeleton Crew, so we'll see what's up, I guess. Yeah, I've been seeing the previews on the Disney Plus, but I think so. Yeah. What's this over here? The same?
Yeah.
Bummer. Well, I don't got a whole lot in this spot.
I started watching this American Football on Netflix.
Okay, yeah, I think I've seen it, yeah.
It's based in the 1800s.
Mm-hmm.
A woman and her child are trying to move west from her husband.
Okay.
And during the era where everybody's moving west, there's Indians and the Mormons.
Yeah.
Everybody's kind of fighting with each other.
Ain't that something? Have you seen the show Hell on Wheels?
No,
It's like the same thing, basically. Yeah. But they were building the railroad track. And it kind of shows a lot of that stuff, but... Yeah. For sure. Makes you glad we're like kind of born now, huh? How's that feel?
That's not bad for work.
Cool. from the pain. Oh yeah. I was trying to be gentle there. So this is the final session that I have here on this Japanese leg sleeve. It's been taking us a little bit to kind of get this thing done. I think we've been kind of chipping away at this for maybe a pinch over a year, but we did take a little break. But so this is the final session. We're really just filling in a little bit of background and then a little bit of the dragon, a little bit of areas there. So we got a little bit of numbing cream down right here on the knee. Not that my dude needs it. He's a pretty tough guy, but just getting blasted on the knee right there kind of sucks. So we got a little bit going on right here, a little bit on the inside right there. But we're about to start filling in on the inside of the thigh, which that's not fun either. So here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. I always get a little sad on the last session. Well, truth is, I get a little bit sad like the one before, because then it's like the reality sets in that like I get used to seeing people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's just done, just over. But,
So many hours spent.
yeah,
Right here.
exactly.
For this beautiful masterpiece.
Yep.
So I'll be back.
Nice.
I'll be back.
Well, if you're ever in the area, just pop on in and say what's up too, you know. Definitely once I get like my shop, you gotta hop over and just take a look at that, you know.
Sure.
That'll be a little bit better if people just pop in there randomly.
Well,
Is that okay?
yeah.
Kind of crappy, but you'll manage.
I'll manage.
Better than the knee, right?
Yeah.
So I just totally remembered this right now. I got a Ninja Turtle story, dude. This is from like, the story's maybe like 10 years old, dude. Maybe longer. So there was this like couple, man. This was back in San Diego. There was this couple that used to come in and get tattooed, husband and wife. They had like 3 kids, man, and the husband, he was in the Navy. But, so, I show up to the shop one day and my, my boss, he's got this old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles t-shirt from like, probably like the mid-90s, man. And he had it pinned up on the wall. And I was like, it was a little like, okay, what's up with the Ninja Turtles t-shirt, man? He goes, some guy's gonna get that on his back. Like the t-shirt logo, you know? And I was like, he's gonna get it as like a back piece? Just like that? He's like, yeah. And I was like, all right, I guess, you know? So, back then, well, what did he do? What he should have done, I guess, was take a picture of the shirt and then print out that photo. Instead, I think he tried to photocopy, he used to photocopy everything. I think he tried to photocopy the t-shirt. Anyways, he takes a design off the shirt. And, so then that's just that. Okay, and then so then the dude shows up to get tattooed. And I showed up like halfway through the outline. He was just gonna get his back outline. I showed up halfway through it, and I had a tattoo to do. Luckily, it was a smaller tattoo. And the dude is like, he's losing his mind, dude. Like, he couldn't take it. He was like freaking out, like bad, like the worst I've ever seen. You know, he's like, he had him crouched over the chair like this, and he would go like, ugh. So I called them power-ups. I was like, yeah, man. After he left, I was like, that dude was like, he would do power-ups, because he'd be like this. He'd be like, oh, 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 like that, you know. And then he would drop down and cry, like, like that. And at first, oh well, okay, so he's doing that, right? So my boss gets pissed because he can't tattoo him because he's just like moving like crazy, and like whenever he's like, dude, do you just want to like call it? Like, and they're always like, no, just keep going, you know? So my boss is getting mad, and the guy's freaking out, and I don't know why they like brought their kids with them, and they were having their kids like chill in the car. Kind of ghetto to do that. I wouldn't do that, but anyways, so he comes up to me, my boss, and he's like, hey man, he's mad. He's like, you're gonna have to finish that tattoo. And I was just like, I knew he was already pissed, so I was like, all right, I'll finish it. So like after, so I finished tattooing, and then he goes over to him and he goes, hey, he's gonna finish the tattoo for me. And the guy kind of knew. The guy was like, you know, he was in his own like personal little hell, dying basically. So he kind of knew he was pissing him off. And so I go over and I start trying to tattoo him, and yeah, so he's doing the power-ups, but my boss, who like, he's always kind of like, for the most part, kept up with like going to the gym, and he kind of had a little bit of like a bulldog build, you know. He was like maybe about like 5'8" or something, but he was like pretty stocky, you know, not fat, like stocky, because he used to hit the gym like every day. And he would pin him down, so he was pinning him down like with his weight while I tattooed him, because the guy wouldn't stop moving. And he's doing the power-ups and all that. And I'm thinking that this is crazy. Like, why are you even getting tattooed? Like, if it feels this bad for you, like, why are you even doing this? And so anyways, he does a power-up, and he drops down to cry. And to be quite honest, I didn't know he was crying at first. I thought he was laughing. Like, laughing from like, this is ridiculous. Like, this freaking hurts. I'm like wilding out. Like, I thought that he was just like laughing, but no, dude, he was crying. And his kids, man, were coming in, and they were like peeking from like the door. I would see them kind of like peeking, and then he was like, go back to the car, because like where he was getting tattooed, you could see out the door, and he was like, go back to the car. And they, you know, mom's like shushing him back to the car, you know. And it was impossible to tattoo him. All the lines were like wobbly. And he's like, you know, he does his final power up, and then he's like, how much, like, what do you have left? I was like, I just got to finish outlining that one with the nunchucks. And he's like, Donatello. And I was like, I liked the Ninja Turtles, but at this point in time, I was unfamiliar with who was who. And I was like, yeah, man, Donatello. And he's like, all right, you know, and whatever. We barely finish getting through the tat.
Just doing the outline?
Just the outline. And anyways, so we nicknamed him Donatello because of that moment. So we're like, dude, so how about Donatello? And then like a month went by. I'm like, did Donatello ever hit you back up to like shade in his back? And then he's like, yeah, he has been. Like, he's like, hey man, like I'm gonna get something set up. Like in a few months, we're gonna get something set up. He's just been doing that. And then we didn't hear from them at all for like 3 years, man. And then one of their friends like comes into the shop. Apparently the dude like went crazy and like tried to kill his family. And I was like, how about that? And that's my Ninja Turtles Donatello story.